Hi guys, welcome to our Paella de Campo workshop. My name's Maria, I'm one of the chefs at Chato, I'm also the owner. So what we've done is some kits, so you can make the paella at home in an easier way with everything ready for you. We have a little bit of spices that you use for the paella, dissolved already in water. They have already the saffron, a little bit of paprika and some thyme. We have the sofrito, which is the base of any or most Spanish cooking, and that already has the onion, the garlic, capsicum and tomato already fried up and blended. And then the paella ingredients. Chorizo, chopped up for you. Pollo or chicken, already chopped up and portioned. Filled mushrooms, they've already been cleaned and chopped. Green beans, also washed and chopped. And the best ingredient, the rice. It's calasparra rice. It's already been par-cooked, so instead of taking about 25 to 30 minutes, it should take about 10 minutes. Basically, all you will need to put and add are water, salt, olive oil, and the paella pan. Don't worry if you don't have a paella pan, any flat pan, not heavy base, so it needs to be a light base so the fire can go through to it and then make the socarrat underneath will suffice, so you don't need a paella. Okay, we'll start now. Okay, so basically just turn the fire, flat pan, nice little bit of olive oil, allow it to heat up. Don't need to do much to it, just leave it there. Okay guys, paella pan, I've already put the oil in there. Let's say there's about 4 tablespoons. Wait till it's hot. It's already hot now. Next thing we do, or the first thing, is open the chicken and you place it in the pan, just slowly, don't burn yourselves. Spread the chicken around so it can nicely brown up. So just brown the chicken a little bit. Once it's already been slightly sealed, the next item that we'll put in is the chorizo. Now the chorizo you'll be getting is non-spicy. You can put the chorizo in and you seal the chorizo as well. This will also release a lot of the oils, beautiful flavors. Oh, you can smell it. I love chorizo. Okay guys, at this point, chicken's a bit brown, chorizo's been sealed. You can see that the chorizo is releasing its own oils, getting a little bit reddish. At this point, we add the vegetables. Basically, it's the mushrooms and the green beans. Make sure everything's equally dispersed. Now, the difference between the rice that we're using for paella and let's say an arborio is it's less starchy, so you don't get as much clugginess. And the other thing which a lot of customers do ask is, why isn't the rice wet? A paella is what we call in Spain a dry rice dish. We also have wet rice dishes, which there will be a workshop for a couple of them there. But mostly what we're going to have to do is have everything in place, everything gone ready, because the minute the rice goes in, you do not touch it. The more you stir a rice, the more you activate the starch, the creamier it becomes. We don't want that. We want a dry rice. We want it to actually caramelize down the bottom, and I'll show you how to do that. But we don't want cluggy, wet, liquidy rice. You can see everything's taking a lot of color. This is when we add the sofrito, which traditionally you would do at the beginning, but because we've already cooked it all off, we do it at the end. Make sure everything is coated properly. And it's at this time that I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Just a little pinch. I will add some more salt later once the water has gone in. Next, we have the water, which is already being dissolved with saffron, paprika, and this is where your tap water comes into place. So with the jug, what you want to do is maybe half a litre, and you just let it be so it can start boiling. Okay guys, once that you can see the water is boiling nicely and evenly, that's when you try to see if you need any more salt. So just a little bit. I think that's perfect. God, it's going to be good. And it's at this point that we put the rice in. Now also, unlike the risotto, which you start with the rice and then add stock as you need it, with the paella you try not to add stock to it after it's been done. So there you go, rice is in. Spread the rice around the pan. Try and also get most of the ingredients evenly spread, because traditionally you eat the paella off the pan, you don't serve it onto a plate. So your family can enjoy it together and each one can start from one end to eat. And that's it. Basically, you try and let it boil at max heat if possible. Turn it around if you see that you've got uneven heat, and that'll take about 10 odd minutes from the moment that you've put the rice till it finishes. If you see that it's evaporating too fast because you've got a very, very high flame, you turn the flame down just to make sure that the rice does get cooked without losing all the liquid, because you're trying not to add extra liquid. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay guys, if you come over, you can see that most of the rice, or most of the liquid, sorry, it's dry. And it's at this point that you turn it back up just for a few seconds. One thing that you do have to notice here is with any paella, you do never, ever, ever fill it up to the brim. It needs to be well below the brim, halfway if possible. And you can almost smell it when the socarrat is ready. You don't want it burnt, you just want it caramelized. And hopefully I've got it right. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. And at that point, turn it off and let it rest till it cools down. Just a tiny wince a bit, just till the bubbling is gone. Let it rest because it's had a hard time, so it needs to relax before it gets eaten. Now we'll see how my socarrat worked. I'm not quite sure. Now there's a very big difference between socarrat and burning it. So socarrat, it is a dark brown, it's caramelly, it's crunchy. Burnt is black. So a dark brown is still socarrat, doesn't mean it's burnt. Black is burnt. Okay, it looks like I may have gotten some socarrat here, but you can tell by when you put it in. Oh yes. You lift it up, you can see that nice dark brown. Sorry, I'm trying to do it slowly to see if I can fold it. Ah, yes. You can see that nice dark brown, and you can see that there's more dark brown under there. If I scrape it properly, some of it's stuck, that colour there. So you need to scrape to get the socarrat. Now you don't need it like that, by the way. I've just wanted to show what colour the rice has been. But what you do basically is everyone takes one side of the paella and you start eating. Okay guys, that's it for now. As you can see, you've got the colour of the socarrat. Please don't mix the paella before you set it at the table. Each one should find their own little beauty. And I'm going to take that one. That's incredible. Yeah. Flavour's amazing. See you next video.